Everyone has a dream, an ambition, and perhaps an aspiration, but they all lead us to the powerful concept of hope. Artist Duncan Stewart explores these dialects of hope, turning familiar, often ordinary expressions of desire to achieve into images that express the essential, focused state of those who yearn to excel. That moment of ambition, however unformed and childish, defines the essential vitality of hope.
Hope is a fascinating commodity. It directs and guides the vision that we have for our lives. It reminds me of one of the works I've done, which is called Spectators of Hope. And it is an image of a street child sleeping on a cardboard box in a stadium. Here is a little boy with nothing who in his dreams imagines himself in this fantastic world-class setting where he's made it. And in some way he lives in his dreams and he sleeps in his dreams and he awakes to reality, but his dreams are his escape. And then there's the angle of the spectators looking in on this boy. And I'm the first to confess how often, specifically in this country where we have a lot of poverty, how often I've looked on at the hopes and dreams of those who have nothing. And what am I doing about that? So the third element of this drawing is Spectators of Hope are those individuals, and I hope it does touch people, who are spectating on their own hopes and dreams, who know that they have a passion or a calling, and it might even at this stage in their lives only be a little whisper. But they know that they are actually not actively participating.
Throughout his artistic career, Duncan's vivid, immediate images have invited and inspired that step into participation, that first small move into something immense, becoming part of the design, to understand the process and use that knowledge. One source was the image of organized labor in the mining industry.
When we were looking for somebody to do some art for us to celebrate our 10-year anniversary, we didn't think of anyone else except for Duncan. If you look around at the pieces of art in our office, I think it's the first time Duncan's ever tackled industrial art, if you could call it that. But within the industrial art, there is still something so clear that comes out. The human element, just how people are critical and central to everything that we do. Certainly, when these works were introduced, I think people were blown away again by the quality, just the quality of the artwork itself, but the message that's so clearly contained within the artwork. We've had clients that have looked at this and said, we need to know how to get hold of this man.
Another source of inspiration was the South African ballet. That imaginative leap from a flock of swans into the timeless beauty of Swan Lake, and Duncan's evocation of the taut discipline and exuberant freedom was reflected in his exhibition, Flow.
I don't think it's easy for any artist to capture such an ephemeral art form where the dancers never stop moving. And I think that's the magic of Duncan's eye, is that he did capture it. And we saw the movement within the paintings, and we could so clearly identify with which section of the ballet he had captured. It was really very exciting and quite inspiring. We were thrilled, we really were. He had decided to donate the largest of the sculptures to the company. We see her every morning when we arrive, every evening when we leave. She watches over us. She's our fairy godmother.
It's not a huge leap from ballet to football, and Duncan started exploring the beautiful game, as it has been called, in all its forms. Football has become a people's sport, and its champions reveal other dialects of hope.
What's outstanding for me about this exhibition, in terms of making it a step up from anything I've done before, is that I feel a supernatural guidance in this. I'm arriving at the canvas, at the clay, at whatever the material is, and I feel there is just a grace to produce things that I've never had before. And so I'm just doing the work one piece at a time, trusting that God would use that and bring hope to the world through the work.
Duncan's football images evoke the hope, the drive and the faith that the game inspires in players and fans. In South Africa, the forthcoming World Cup tournament creates a superb frame for his works, but it expands into the whole world, where Beckham, Ronaldo and Torres are not just players, they're embodiments of hopes achieved, and the world deserves to see these paintings.